Well, there's a sight to gladden all our viewers over there in New Zealand. We welcome them to the telecast, and there are plenty of Kiwi visitors here at the cricket ground this afternoon. There's the Australian team. Let's have a look at the Kiwis now, a team in which there are 4 changes. Gary Kemble comes back into the side as fullback. The referee, a fairly controversial fellow. I think he's a great referee. His name's Robin Whitfield. He's an Englishman. Interesting to note, too, in 38 years here at the Sydney Cricket Ground, the first test in 1948, and New Zealand won that 21-19. The next win was in 1952. In the third test here at the Sydney Cricket Ground, they won that 19-9. And they had to wait till 1959 for the third test, 28-12. And that was the last victory they've had at the Sydney Cricket Ground as Gary Jack takes the ball for Australia now. First touch of the ball, the man of the match at Carlisle Park. Great performance. Goes back to Lewis, out to Sterling. And on come the runners as Pearce winds up. And they come in as Freeman, the halfback. The new halfback comes from the North Coat Club in Auckland. Age 24, making his test debut. Saw him in the motel last night, very nervous about this game, but hopes he can have a big one. I believe he's a pretty quick boy around the base of the scrum, so it'll be interesting to see how he can handle the nerves here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. As Australia bring it up again, Roach will play it back to Simmons. The clearing kick for Lewis, and there was a high one from Sorensen. Sorensen went up high, and Lewis hasn't moved, and it's on. And we predicted there might be a little biffo in this match early on, and it's already started. The high tackle there, a head-high tackle on Lewis, and he didn't move. Well, here's a play you're familiar with. The wall goes up now, the Kiwi wall. That's a move that Jack Gibson instigated at Parramatta some years ago. But the black and whites now have the ball. Lined out nice and deep. Sorensen now goes for a gallop. In comes the defence. They meet him and wrap him up. He can't unload, but they're inside Australia's 22 with a chance to attack. Harvey, the hooker, dummy half, gets it out through Freeman. Onto Olsen, Filipina. He puts that, he's out of one, Olsen two. He's got runners with Mark Graham. Mark Graham unloads them to Olsen, Filipina, and he's there. The big man has crashed over and come back alive and puts first points on the board for the Kiwis. Off a Mark Graham pass. Good football. 100 test points for New Zealand. A magnificent effort. Look at this power in the man's legs. They're huge. The concentration written all over his face. Sets himself only 2 paces. Bang, there's the ball in the air. And he's got the points too. So the Kiwis lead Australia.
In the tackle by Filipina. Now here comes Tunks out of one to the quarter line before he's put down. Simmons at dummy half. Again to Sterling and Lewis. And then Miles, and then Kenny. Kenny to the quarter line, getting the pass to Kiss. Kiss saw the gap, got support too from Kenny, and he's in to score. Miles in to score. Well, they came back very, very quickly, the Australians. Steadies himself. He looks good in the air. It's there. It's a lovely kick from O'Connor. Scores are all tied up at the cricket ground. 6-all.
Well, they seem to be attacking, Jack, but they seem to be going 1 or 2 off the ruck.
Well, they've got 3 plays and they're going to kick it, which they've done. I think that both teams want to play that as soon as they get in their 25.
Here's Les Kiss. Kiss for the chance. He's got plenty of pace. Kiss goes down into support coming up. They might miss. He throws a pass along. And Gary Jack's in for Australia. And that's a great try. Les Kiss opened him up as the Australians grab him up, but it was Gary Jack that went in. Oh boy, has he got some pace. Les Kiss, the North Sydney Fire, go on to Gary Jack from Balmain.
And that's the difference between a great player and an ordinary one.
There's the conversion, Jack Gibson. So Australia now 12 over New Zealand 6.
Blindside is Owen Wright. To Mark Graham, to Sorensen. Sorensen still going. Over the offload to Owen Wright. He's gone without it right. Now here's Australia picking up as Simmons got it away to Folks. And Australia raiding away now. 15 metres. The penalty's gone to Australia. See if we can pick up the incident here. Watch for Kiss, number 5 for Australia, who is tackled without the ball. Coming back inside. And there is Harvey putting Kiss down without the ball. And that's the reason for the penalty. Back with the play now as Australia spin it wide. It's to Miles. Running off him as Kenny. Kenny still going. Swiveled. Got an overhead pass out there for O'Connor. O'Connor came inside Bell. Still running across field now, O'Connor. Links up with Cleo. Cleo puts his head down. A one-handed pass back to Simmons. Simmons under a high one. And caught inches from the line. How close is that? Simmons to play it. Sterling dummy half. Got a pass back to Lewis and he missed it. It had to come. They were so close, the Australians. Simmons was all but there. And a quick play of the ball, quick hands. And Lewis was able to charge in for Australia's try. And it's there. Peter Sterling being attended to by Larry Britton, the Australian trainer. Kiwis raid away strongly, and look at Bell clapping on the pace. Freeman, the halfback it was, and still going the Kiwis. Owen Wright going for the line. Owen Wright pulled down only 5 metres out from the Australian line. The Australian defence trying to organise itself quickly as Wright gets to his feet very slowly. Line side. Here comes Rapati. Caught by Cleal. Last tackle signal for New Zealand. Cross to Elia and McGann. Sorensen again. And here they come, the Kiwis. O'Hara's in to score. Good backing up, quick passing from the Kiwis. And a Dane O'Hara in to score. Last sight. 2 paces. And there it comes. And it's there. Fine kick from Filipina. So it's Australia 18, New Zealand 12. To Elia now. It's back with McGann. The kick from McGann sends O'Connor back to his own line. Plenty of time to pick it up though. O'Connor's got Jack with him. He's going to run it out. Bell's chasing him. Bell can't get near him. O'Connor, a pass back inside for Gary Jack. And linking up with him is Wayne Pearce. Running off him was Crusher Cleal. Fine passing and running from the Australians. And it's still alive as Gary Jack down the touchline. Tackled by Mark Graham though. That's fine football, Jack. Inside New Zealand territory now, Cleal. Plays it to Simmons. A little scamper from dummy half and linking up with Folkes. Folkes is caught. Simmons up there at dummy half again to Peter Sterling. A shot at a field goal is looking good. It's there. Field goal to Peter Sterling. That gets Australia out of that danger area. A 7-point lead. Quite legitimate. Lost the ball too. Frome as he felt the impact of that tackle. Here's Niebling, first touch of the ball in this test. Sterling. Pearce. Kenny, still going Kenny, climbing on the pace to the quarter line, Kenny, will they catch him? He's there, Kenny! Oh, what a try! What a try, Brett Kenny! Plenty of height, but the direction is astray, so the score remains 23 points to 12. Australia lead New Zealand. Sterling. A little dummy and finally getting it away to Jack. Away goes Stephen Folkes. Played very solidly for Australia, as he always does. A tight and effective player. Sterling. Lewis. Run around with Miles. Back to Lewis and finally to O'Connor. O'Connor still going. O'Connor. Kemble coming across in cover as O'Connor stepped, gave it away to Pearce. Pearce is caught by Kemble, but he's only about 5 metres out from the New Zealand line. Australia hungry for another try as Sterling stands, got it to Lewis, knocked down by the Kiwis, picked up by Simmons. Away it goes to Folkes, across to Miles. Miles, a short pass to Gary Jack. And Jack caught only about 3 metres out from the New Zealand line. Miles to Sterling, got a penalty. Not playing the ball correctly. The penalty has gone to New Zealand. A little over-anxious. Gary Jack, well, he didn't get to his feet. That's the first thing you got to do. Mark Graham. Played pretty solidly, particularly in the first half, Graham. Now Owen Wright. A one-hander to McGann. Back to O'Hara. The Australian defence equal to the occasion as the seconds tick by to full time. Here's Filipina. Oh, and it's been picked up. The kick's been picked up by Wayne Pearce. And there's not a man anywhere near him. As he plants the ball now for another Australian try. Well, Wayne Pearce's smile says it all. Olsen Filipina tried the little chip through, and he couldn't have done it any better from a Wayne Pearce point of view. He made it look so easy. Watch it again with us. Here's the kick from Filipina. Thank you very much as Wayne Pearce got on his tiptoes, pulled it down, and careered away for the easiest of tries. They don't come much easier than that, Jack.
He done a great job of picking this ball off. But when he turned around and had to run it, he's that far in front, Darryl Eastlake could have scored it.
Oh, I don't know that. Yeah, Junior enjoyed that. So, O'Connor with his easiest conversion attempt of the afternoon. 3 from 5 so far. They get 4 from 6. Australia further in front. As full-time sounds, it's Australia 29, defeating New Zealand 12. Full-time score in this second test match to wrap up